finally, Omotosho, is ready to transfer Nnamdi Kanu to to Abuja or Kefi in Nasarawa, because he has said January 27 is when they will be sitting again for for him finally moving or transferring. They said Nnamdi Kanu should transfer his case to a motion on notice from expectorate application. What is your take as regards this?
But let me just state it very clearly on the development right there in Sokoto prison, that have suddenly become a maker point, and therefore triggering a form of security issues within where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held in Sokoto prison. A lot of crowd, we don't know who is who and all that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is relatively not really comfortable with the kind of people flooding the Sokoto prison just to have a handshake or a talk show or whatever, seeing him. Some are even agitating to see him. There's a lot of queue there, a lot of things that are playing out. There's massive heavy security. A lot of people want to get to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I think it has triggered some questioning over the safety of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continuous staying in Sokoto prison. And in that regard, well, of course, there was a court sitting today for a lot of people who do not know what is going on in Abuja currently now. Before now, the Nnamdi Kanu's brother filed a motion which was adjourned to today. And today, there was a push and an application in the court to grant an expected order allowing a certain court to take decision based on expected order that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be moved from Sokoto to somewhere within Abuja Aziz in continuation of his appeal, applications and the rest of them. Recently, Mazi Nnamdi has come out to say that, because of the flooding of different people, Hausas, Yorubas, people, within that vicinity, everybody want to get to him, that he doesn't know who is who. And yes, there was security for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but I think, he said not actually that, that he knows that that place is being flooded, and he has sensed some level of, infiltration in terms of challenging his personal security. And in that regard, there was need for the team to report back to Omotosho and challenge that process of trying to get an expected order. What expected order means in legal terms means the power of the court to grant the party jurisdiction or judgment without involving other parties like the federal government and the whatever that's involved. Let it be the decision of the court. But in response to that, well, Omotosho felt otherwise, adjourned the case. But what he's trying to say is that there's a motion on notice. That motion on notice, he couldn't be able to pass judgment based on that. That there should be a written, analysis, on the report so far that will be served to all the parties before he will now take a decision how to relocate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kuje, from Sokoto prison to maybe within Abuja Axis. Anything within the Abuja Axis, Nasarawa, might not be too okay for Mazi Nnamdi to continue to pursue his appeal applications, file his appeal applications and all that, and possibly sit down and be able to outline how he is going to get to a lawyer. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's appearance in the court today, was not upheld by Justice Omotosho's court, which is the Federal High Court, Abuja. That is the development for now. So what this signals is that since the case has been adjourned, then all other parties that are involved, including the federal government, the DSS, the police, whatever, have to be put on notice, and that's the motion on notice. after Mazi Nnamdi has filed an expected order, telling the court to immediately pronounce that he should be moved to Abuja. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. Omotosho is still insisting that he has to get the federal government, put the federal government and other parties involved on notice. Pending when that is being carried out, that is when the appeal process is going to start. Possibly, it has to. One might also have no option than to accept the appeal, of Mazi Nnamdi. But for what we're hearing about the state of this Omotosho, currently now, nobody know whether he was actually represented in court or he was present in the court. But what we are hearing, according to the news that's making waves, all is not well. All is not well. We are hearing that he been hospitalized somewhere in Dubai. We don't know how that story is, whether it is true or not, but it has been reported on several platforms that people are saying it was the cause Mazi Nnamdi actually placed out there that is all triggering his health challenges. And Alanda, he's not talking, he's not breathing, he's surviving on oxygen currently now. We don't know what actually break him down, but we cannot satisfy the truth of this story. But of course, that is still trending. Nobody knows what is going to happen.
Okay, but we saw Nnamdi Kanu's brother, fight for that motion previous just before today, and his case was turned down. They said he's not a lawyer and he cannot represent his brother, which is Nnamdi Kanu. But do you think there's a plan, to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu constitutionally? Like they don't want him to, practice or they don't want him to take to his own rights now by appealing as regards the judgment that Omotosho passed. Do you think that there's a constitutional they are trying to, they don't want Nnamdi Kanu because he might win?
Bola Ahmed Tinubu should open up that space. He's the one that's in charge. He's the one that looks as if he tells Omotosho what to do. If he just forget all these pranks he's playing, trying to frustrate what? Is it the first time that people are going to appeal and within few days, they file in the application and the appeal court and the appeal process will commence? But all these, roadblocks they are mounting here and there against Mazi Nnamdi, it's just deliberate, just to make sure that they muzzle down and whistle and break the spirit of courage and focus on what Mazi Nnamdi did. But you see, let it feel that the government, government feel they are very stubborn after their federal government, they can do anything and all. The world is watching, the whole world is watching. And tomorrow they will not say, they are not aware or this is what happened. The world is documenting these things that are happening everywhere. Thank God for the conference of world judges that have come out to condemn that judgment. The judgment did not enter. It did not fly. A lot of condemnation everywhere. Nobody has come out. Even the retired judges in Nigeria, according to Maxwell, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, has actually come out, to condemn this. We don't know the motive why Omotosho actually chose that particular direction, and we don't know the motive of the federal government why they actually choose that particular direction. But if you look at some body languages of some, north people from the north and people from the east, politically, politicians like Ojuso Kalo and the rest of them, you can see that their judgment and their words, it shows that there might be something behind. There might be something behind this thing we are seeing today against Mazi Nnamdi. But unfortunately, it's our prayer that justice will not be delayed. Justice will be seen to be done. And if justice is not seen to be done, like the one man was advising, they should not take the silence we are seeing in the entire eastern part of the country as cowardice. As people now, they should not see it. They know why there is this silence. But the fact remains, Nnamdi Kanu is the most popular person in the entire southeast, south Nigeria. No politician is more popular than him currently now. Nnamdi Kanu commands over 85 million people around the world. Without a gun, without just word. And I don't know how words has become violent in Nigerian constitution. He has not gone, he has nothing. But anything can happen. They will just look for a way to just carry on. But they forgot that the continuous unjustified, attack and injustice in Nigeria is what is actually bringing the nation down. It might look as if you have satisfied the Northerners who does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stand his ground, or what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is advocating for. It might have satisfied the Nigerian politicians. It must have also satisfied the interests of whoever that's against this unfortunate unity. But I can tell you, time and prosperity have a way of paying back.
Okay, but do you think on the 27th of January, do you think that Nnamdi Kanu will finally be transferred? Because just like you said, do you think that Tinubu now should order Omotosho so that Nnamdi Kanu can be transferred to his preferred location, so that he can easily fight for his appeal peacefully and safe?
Okay, let me tell you very clearly, whatever the Southeast politicians are doing, whoever that's involved in this thing, whoever that is involved in this manipulation, it will get to a time that it will get the world attention seriously, and another story will enter. When they were killing Nigerians in this country, killing Christians in this country, burning houses, doing all manner of things continuously, nobody believed that one day the American government will ask questions. One day, the Nigerian government, the judiciary, will answer questions on what transpired, because the law that was used against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's no longer in existence. So the Southeast politicians who are lying, they are the one championing political solution, doing all manner of things to make sure that they're able to trap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to a corner. But God that sent him, the Chukwu Abiyama that sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will not put him to shame.